And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're here with me. Let's see how that rhymed. Lou will get the notification, or if I have to let Lou know. I should put up the hello that I usually do. Okay, one person, so it's working fine for me then. Let's see if anyone gets a notification. Oh god. Should I wait? Maybe I'll just watch House in the meantime. I might get really invested in the show. As it is, I kind of am. Like the episode that I was in. Nobody's gonna watch this. Also, I'll explain the dad shirt in a sec. Yep. I saw that 2 people in like. Hello, Lou. Everybody kept asking or everybody, as in the 3 people, or you and Snowy were asking for the dad shirt last night. So I went to the next level of dad shirts. I hope it's appreciated. Can you do your thing, Lou? I think we've got Gun, Snowy, Sophie, Scone, who can't seem to come yet. I hope you like the thumbnail. I've delivered. I've got my Christmas stuff. I gave you a description, and I was on time. I'm really trying to get myself together because I kind of relapsed with something last night, and it wasn't good. And then I watched the news, which didn't work out either. So, yeah. Oh, and the codex from yesterday was simple. I knew it was, but I kept going in between Gon's messages and the thing, and I was like, well, it's everything looks pretty. It's pretty like it doesn't look difficult. I knew it was numerical for the alphabet the second it was sent, but I was like, I know, but he wasn't answering my questions. Before we begin, can you do your thing? Or wait. Damn, that wasn't creative at all. My brain automatically went to more complicated things. That's what I always do. Like I'd get the complicated questions right, and then in a test, like I'd mix up what is 9 times 2, and I'd put like 16 just to be because I'm stupid. I was literally, should I look for like the prime number of things that are divisible? Would it be 9 divisible by 3? Do those two have a prime number to get? Is there a prime number here? Do those two have a common number? I was just like, I don't know. And then it took me a bit, and I was like, no, this is a much simpler codex. But then I kept getting distracted. But to be fair, my attention was pretty good at switching between things when I was looking through the chat. Like I was proud of myself for the fact that I kept that up. Thank you very much. You were, yeah, difficult to juggle those 2 very different conversations. You were making the gears in my head. You were making gears in my head turn with your method of decoding. I want it. Thank you. In the meantime, I'm going to turn the fan on real quick. I miss the backdrop. It's really invested in this. It's funny because I get really invested in the House episodes, and that's what I watch right before I start. Like you can know that I've been watching House before live if I'm holding these. Like, that's the automatic thing, because those will be like, that's what I was thinking of. But yeah, today is a day of, we're almost at Christmas, and I haven't bought any gifts for anyone, and roommate doesn't watch any of my lives, and if I time it right, I don't think fiance will help watch this. Fiance watches some of my lives, so it's like very intermittent. So we do it at the beginning because I need help with gift ideas for an extremely poor person. Like, we got a budget of like $20, so I might have to repeat this when Luke gets back. But even if it's just mods today, you guys were it was so much fun last night. What was $20? The $20, like, we got like $20 to $30 a budget of, I need help for picking gifts, because I see 3 people, unless I scare the person away. Say hi in the chat. Yes, too. It does a weird thing. Like, I think you're 2 people sometimes. I don't know. But I mean, for what you do, like, with what you can do, it does seem like you're 2 people. Your streams never fail to be fun or interesting. Thank you. How are they always interesting? Like, I'm just being like, I feel like I look like those type of people that's like actively trying to be quirky and stuff, and I'm like, why is this enjoyable for people? Because this is how I am every day, all the time. And believe me, it gets very annoying when it's all the time for me and for roommate. And I never blame her when she's just like, dude, I need time alone. Like, I need time for myself. Like, I want to break from myself sometimes. But what's interesting about my streams? I mean, today's is also half of a wake up with me. People do get ready with me. I'm not talking about that. This is a wake up with me, aka get my brain going with me. Wait for my meds to kick in with me. I drink my coffee with you. And which, by the way, is like a day or 2 old. I drink like day or 2 old coffee, and I just keep putting it in the microwave or the fridge because, I mean, why waste it? Just warm it up. You could still drink it. People have cold coffee and they put it in the fridge. What's the difference? And I drink lukewarm coffee and lukewarm food because I forget to eat it, and somewhat chilled apple juice. Let's see. Your thought process are very quotable rants and ravings. I know. I still want a compilation, like, eventually, if someone just of like my quotes, if I could get popular enough. Oh yeah, May. I feel like my cat is partially why I have 40 subscribers. I think that everybody, like, I notice everybody on YouTube is like, we want more genuine people. Well, then look at the lower amount. Why don't people look at the smaller number of subscribers? And I'm not talking about just me. I'm talking about, like, I've found people with like 20K. Like, look at those people. People who have 20K, under 1 million. It's not that hard to find. Because before then, especially before you're monetized, or when you're just starting, and the people who are coming on now, like me, are the people who are like, damn, this place is fucked up. And not all of them are good. With me, I guess I'm very good at being unapologetically me because I don't give a shit, firstly. And secondly, I'm autistic, so I can't even catch on to when it's inappropriate. And I feel like, why should it ever be inappropriate to be me? Like, that seems so stupid. But please, stroke my ego a bit more, and also tell me, for future reference, what makes my streams entertaining and interesting. Like, I won't adjust to try to force myself, but I just like to know which parts are good so I can be like, okay, that part of what I was doing was good. What can I learn from that and take from it, but modify with what I'm feeling that day? Because as you can see, like, I really appreciate how you'll be like, I'm up for a stream if your spoons are. Like, the fact that you guys are like that. And when Snowy was like, she's autistic, man, like, she needs to know the jokes that helps her, the sarcasm. that just means so much because and I keep repeating it because I grew up in Saudi and I grew up also in America. The ableism is disgusting. And that's why I constantly repeat I'm autistic because also like you never know who's popping in the streams, who comes in randomly. And the fact that like you guys caught on so fast and weren't annoyed so much by it, weren't annoyed in the sense like I get you guys, I guess, like it won't be as annoying because you don't have to be around me 24/7. You just get the streams and get to see that part of me. But it's more of like you took it for the benefit of the doubt and we're like, oh, okay, she's not just being a little bitch or wants to be treated nicely. She actually can't do some things, or not can't, but can't do it the way people expect normally. And the funny thing is, when people see people do what they expect them to do specifically, then they're like, "You're not being genuine. You're just listening to everybody." And it's like, "Well, what the fuck do you want?" And with me, it's constantly like, "Do I look autistic enough yet? Do I look autistic enough yet?" Because if I'm like this, I don't look autistic. And then in the moments like date night the other night, there was like some noise because it was close to closing. We ended up actually getting to go into a restaurant. It was so nice. Like with barely any people, we kept our masks on, only taking masks off for eating, and masks on like in the bathroom. And it was like us only probably. And then if there was like one other person that was like tables away, and we came in closing time, and so basically no one was there. And it would be a lot of like there would suddenly be noise. Fiance is I love Fiance. Like he's just like I just need to know. We have this thing where it's like, all right, how important is this thing that you need me to do? Like, is it a 9 or is it a 7 or something like that? And every time I have my moments, he's just like, all right, take your time. And I'll be like the last night because it was a big day for me to go out because I haven't gone out really much since like makeshift rehab. And I would stop and I'd be like, this. And if I do that in front of some other people, when they see me like this other times, a lot of the time the main reaction is, but you looked fine. You're supposed to be high functioning. And it's like, well, I can't win this. God damn it. I say I'm autistic, and then you're like, you don't look autistic enough, but fine, they call it high functioning. And then you see me when I have my moments where it's very clear and it looks like the low functioning times. That's why I hate it, because there's levels of functioning with which we are capable of, not constant situations. And then when that happens, people are like, oh, now you're faking it just so people can like believe you, or like, no, you're faking it. You shouldn't have to have that. You should just be a little bit socially awkward, just like what people are in, like, I don't know, that guy in the Big Bang Theory. I get called like those people. And it's like, yeah, that'd be great, but also that's a TV show. I'm not just quirky awkward. I'm literally like, what does your face mean? Because I don't know what it's saying. I think there are some theoretical names for it, like mind blindness, or it's a thing of just not being able to read a face. And sometimes a face is just, to autistic people, it's just so overwhelming because so much is happening with facial expressions, little nuances and everything. And I'm just like, it's too much to catch on here. And I don't usually make eye contact because also I have sensory overload. So with other sounds around me, it's very hard, especially combined with the ADHD. It's very hard for me to focus sounds. So I learned to like read lips to minimum level to help me be able to, and believe me, with the masks, I wear my masks, of course, but it's still fucking annoying because I can't read the people's lips. And I'm like, what did you say? By the third time, the people are like, never mind. Okay, Lou, how does someone look autistic? Exactly, believe me, I would like to know. The classic thing is like they expect someone who is autistic to act low functioning, aka level 1 or level 3. Excuse me, I misspoke. Level 3. I think I'll go into the levels today. That might be fun because I like talking about autism, obviously, because that's the part of me of like, I mentioned it to Fiance last night where I was like, the people in my head, I'm sitting there like, guys, can you make it? Put yourselves together. And autism is sitting there like, all right, I'm a permanent person. I'm like, you guys are fighting, but you guys have to fight within what I'm doing, because this is just going to keep happening. It's literally in my DNA. It's a genetic thing. And it's just like the rest of the things where chemical imbalances and stuff. But with a neurodevelopmental disorder, it's not all chemical imbalances necessarily. All like there is a thing where like schizophrenia and bipolar and stuff like that causes uh, the way the brain looks, the neuroanatomy, like the way that the like amygdala and the prefrontal cortex and those things, the pieces of the brain, the parts of the brain, will look different. But also, they haven't found markers in DNA, but it's been fairly obvious, like noted, that autism is done it, like very much related to the genetics. All right, I'm gonna have a few sips of my coffee and try to think of how I'm gonna like which things are gonna come first. I'll just need a few seconds, like 30 seconds. Please put questions, Luke, if you can. Not questions, just comments. You like, because I know you don't like questions, but I just really like to know your side on this. Like, have you heard people seeing this? Have you heard people what they think of what high functioning is, what you believed it is, what you understand now? And I won't get offended, because there's a difference between like ignorance. It's a type of you just weren't educated on it, but you're like, oh, okay, I didn't know. And then there's the type that's like, no, it should be what I said. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like that kind. So if anyone comes to me and they're just like, you don't look autistic, but then they're like, oh, okay, I can understand it better. And it takes a while because it's very convoluted. So I won't be offended, but please, because I really, really want to educate people. That's the whole point of it. And you're the only one here. So I know you're mod, but until people show up, your responsibility is to give me things to talk about too. You said that you didn't have limits. I'm gonna keep seeing what I can do within being reasonable. Actually, I kind of like playing these every now and then. Just have those sit there. Gifts, Christmas decorations. Lou, I've never really gotten the chance to interact with autistic people, and I really don't like to have preconceived notions of people before I get to know them. Well, I know that, but I mean like everyone, even if they don't have, they haven't met an autistic person, often culturally or just how they've grown up, there's an idea that's common. Like what you thought, like what comes to your head before you saw, before what I've told you, what would usually come in your head when you thought of an autistic person? And then when everything came out and people are like high functioning, low functioning, was that something you thought of? Like those types of things. Like what was just your like, oh, that would be autistic. I'm not talking about individualistic people who are autistic, because that's just very individualized as it is. Taking out that thing so it's not taking out the cord so it doesn't get fuzzy again. Ice cold coffee that was hot at one point. Okay, I'm going to look up something related to what we are doing. Okay, gonna check the chat in a second. Trying to figure out how do they fold. Trying to figure out how exactly. I remember how to do it because I did it a lot when I was a kid. Because like I was in Saudi, it's not like there was a lot of decor, so we would make the snowflakes. And growing up, also, wait, let's see the chat. Still Lou for anyone that watches this later. The autist. Not sure. I'm guessing you meant autistic or the autism. Which one? That came into my head was the autist. I'm not sure what you're trying to say with that. Hello, Cooper. Oh, you said you were a subscriber, right? How you doing? We're discussing autism. Cooper, you mind telling me what comes to your head when you think of autistic people after you tell me how you're doing? I'm reading Lou's comment. Autists would obsess over numbers or being really particular about little things. And I think of how a lot of Americans' perception of autism is shaped through movies, films, and how to coddle autistic kids and not necessarily how to really be around autistic adults. That's very, very accurate. I think a lot of people just think of like Rain Man. I don't know what that means. Is that a way to say how your day was? Or is that like saying yo, like hello? Oh, yes. Having an autistic moment, not sure. Hope it means you had a good day, if that's what I'm misinterpreting. Or are you saying yes that you're a subscriber? Because I asked that. I forget things with my ADHD. It's like so difficult. Or Lou, you could remind me if you remember, because Lou's amazing at being a mod and reminding me of that shit. Cooper, you up for what's it called? The discussion about autistic people. While we decorate, we have some things related to the Christmas spirit. I was thinking of educating about autism while we cut out some snowflakes. Like I'm actually a child. Oh, you misspelled yes for the channel thing. You were speaking about Rain Man and the American perception of autism. Oh, yes, thank you. Also, I meant like if Cooper said like in the last stream that he was a subscriber, that she was a subscriber. Also, I say she for literally everybody that's here, just because I grew up in Saudi, only surrounded with females. And even in Arabic, like I just got used to that. I'd always mistake how the pronouns would work. And I watch a lot of Drag Race, so it's not to mess up anyone's pronouns. I just figure makes it easier. Just because that way, not messing up pronouns, no assumptions made. It's just like, you know how Drag Race is just like, oh, you could say like with your coffee, yeah, she's cold. Like my coffee's cold. Yeah, so what we're doing is discussing autism and preconceived notions while we make decorations for Christmas. And I'm going to be hanging up some lights, and I'm going to show the mediocre things that are around. And I need to put the batteries in these so that I can hang them up outside. Lamar. Hi, you a subscriber or new here? How you doing? Excuse my voice. Been doing a lot of streams, which is fun, but I don't usually speak a lot, being autistic. So, also, I didn't do my intro. Hi, hello, me again. This is the autistic person who's very repetitive and autistic asshole. I say that because I'm very blunt and also kind of an asshole. I just, admit it at the beginning. Lamar, nice intro. Thank you. I just came up, the hi, hello, me again was the usual, but then I was like, well, kind of need to tell people, because my channel is literally educating people while also just entertainment, which is why I'm wearing a dad shirt, because yesterday I was going on a date night with fiance, and I had a stream. They were helping me pick things, and before in other videos and streams I was wearing a dad jacket because it literally said dad on it. And so they were like saying, no, we're the dad thing, we're the dad thing. And I was like, guys, I'm picking between one black shirt and another black shirt. And so I just upped it this time for the people who requested it. And this is literally one of my father's shirts. And it's an obvious dad shirt. And mind you, I usually wear gothic things. But yeah, this channel, repetitive autistic person. So just to move on, we're also making, I'm going to be making snowflakes, hanging up some lights, putting in some batteries and other lights to hang up outside later, and talking about autism and just chilling, talk about anything. So, because I always like Q&A, just discussion in the chat. So let me know if you have any suggestions too of things like that I could make DIY or anything like that. Also, my brain is all over the place all the time, and it's just the norm. So I love how that was me trying to explain something to somebody who just got here. And yeah, if I haven't scared you off, thanks. If you're new, please subscribe. I'm trying to build a fan base so I can educate the peoples. So from what I'm understanding, from what I looked up about like folding, it's Lou, I told you that a live snowflake snipping would get off track very easily. Took you like 20 minutes to get the snowflakes part. Hey, my idea for look, we have like snowflakes and hanging up lights. It doesn't matter because it's not like we got a lot to do for decorating. That's why I don't mind going off track. And it's educating too. But I think maybe we'll start with the lights, so at least we'll have one accomplished thing quicker. I know you're not hating. You're telling the truth, honestly. Like, it's a good point, but I was just explaining. Cooper, when you want to date someone in woodwind, why am I doing this without my glasses? And woodwind and band, then you think there is nobody, but there might be someone. Lamar, Lamar, subbed already. PS signal is perfect from LA, California. Not sure what you mean by signal is perfect. And Cooper, I have no idea what you just said. Just being honest. All right, the lights that we've got. I'll respond when I understand what you guys are saying. And at Lou, I know you're not hating. We're going to hang up the lights. And I wanted to ask, where do you think the lights should be? Because I was thinking, like, from here, I could always use paper clips to hang more snowflakes. And over here, there is, like, I realized there were 2 nails there, so I put stockings for roommate and I. My parents, my mother graciously left stuff for my parents. And in the bedroom is some gifts. They look more than they are because I can't show much. I can't show them because they're by pictures, but because in our family what we do is we'll use huge boxes to put like coupons in because it's funny. Oh, well, roommate left her lights, so I could always use them and put them up here. And we're gonna hang snowflakes from the sponge mobile. And let's say hi to the maybes. Hi, maybes. Say hi to the peoples. I love you, May. The only thing that makes me as a sociopath will do the affection thing. Like, the thing. I love you, May. I'll let you go back to your afternoon 5-hour nap. Yeah, good girl. Love you. Okay. Cooper, yes. Not sure what that was. Lou, are you still going to decorate the tree with roommate? Lou, hello, May. Well, May went me, and I'm guessing that is as close to a hello that you're gonna get. And yeah, I'll be decorating the tree with roommate, but that'll be at my apartment later. The tree is here. Maybe we could put the tree up, because the annoying part of opening a tree up. Maybe I could do that here and make it easier so that when I get it to the apartment. But I don't know. All the presents are here and stuff. I'm gonna talk to a roommate if she prefers to do it here. I might mute this for a sec when I call, but I'll do that later. I might just text her and I'll ask, because all the stuff's here and I'm decorating everything here. And it seems pointless because then it would just take so much more time, and it's already the 20th. I'm going to send a voice note. Thanks for reminding me about that. Decorating the tree, that'll probably be a thing with us, roommate and I, so that we can do something together. And we've got hot chocolate here. And then, putting the tree up, when you take down the branches and stuff, I can get that part done here on my own, because that's an annoying thing to do. So it would be more fun. And what we would do in my family as well is we would take white, because honestly, I'll go to Saudi, California. There's no snow, or if there's snow, it would be between 50 years apart. And with global warming, I doubt it's ever going to happen again. So we would put white bed sheets around. Let me get the batteries for this. See, Lou, I'm kind of on track. Oh, this needs 3. Is there a third one here? Excuse my armpit, but at least it's just there. Oh, well. My mother left this. Let's see what the chat is saying. Lamar, you're say hi. The cat's help, I want down and sleep. She's my support animal, but our support system is very much give me what I want and I'll help you. But bitch, leave me alone sometimes. I need my private time to recharge just like you do. There's a piece that just came off, and I just opened this. I didn't do that, okay? But it says $1.99 value, so I'm not sure where it is. Sorry, I just need to find the piece of plastic because I have a cat. I mean, she's smart enough not to eat it, but still. Damn it! Ah, almost got it. I found it, but then it moved. Where'd it go? Got it. Not hit my head on the table. Hit my hand. I knew I was gonna hit there. Oh God. Okay, so just to let you guys know, sometimes with my meds, I realized that if I take some of them, 2 of them, that I've been trying to adjust this. If I don't eat enough for breakfast or eat in between, and that I take my morning meds and then one of my other meds, I get this dizziness thing with my eyes. And I was having this issue last night during date night, and it was really shitty because I literally had to have fiance walk me to the washroom. Like, that's how sad it was. Because other times that's when I've fallen down and gotten a concussion, which took weeks to heal, the latest one. And it's very, very annoying. And it's just mainly about timing my meds. I got my eyes checked. There's nothing wrong with my actual eyes. And I know that it only happens with meds. And I was just stupid because I know how to manage my meds. But it's become recently known to me that it's about my morning meds and then the other meds, and I wasn't aware of that. So to take one more of my ADHD meds and my eyes are closed because I don't feel like dealing with the dizziness for this second. If I close my eyes, sometimes it helps. Okay. Yeah, the dizziness is less. All right. Lou, yeah, May most of the time doesn't like being picked up. I didn't want to bring it up so you can stream it. I was just wondering about the tree because you seemed excited about it. No, thank you for bringing it up. You reminded me. Wow, I scared off everyone, I think. And I don't blame them. But hey, isn't this entertaining to just watch someone lose their mind? Does the dizziness make it hard to swallow the pills? No, it's like I take the pills and it's just like if I take my morning meds, like it's a combination, like in a pill box. If I take that too close to some other meds without like food or stuff in between, because this morning my dumb ass, usually what I do is the minute I wake up, I take my morning meds, then I eat, and then I'll take some other meds that I take. What I did this morning was I woke up and ate, and what I ate was really stupid food because, long story, but I ate stupid food that was not good for me and reminded me why I don't eat that kind of food because it was sweet. It's like more sweet based. Part of it was a protein bar, but the other parts were a lot of may or may not have been mini Reese's Pieces things. May or may not have been 5 of them. But the other part was half protein bar thing. Getting the dizziness, need to take the ADHD med thing. What time is it? Oh, okay, it's time for the next one. And after I ate that, I went and took either my morning meds or the other meds, but I didn't eat in between them like I should have. And the dizziness is like this. Think of, you know how they try to show what it's like when you're on like, when the characters are like on LSD or something, like the wavy shit. No, it's not like a high. It's just my eyes feel like they're not working. Sometimes it'll be like I need to wink, but I can't wink. So it's very frustrating. And it's like it's very dizziness and it's varying levels. This is a very mild version of it. Closing my eyes helped, and because I just took more of my ADHD meds, the ADHD meds reverse it because it usually happens with more of the SSRI-based ones and the norepinephrine. Not norepinephrine ones more. Some of the norepinephrine. More of the SSRIs combined with one of my other ones, which is anticonvulsant, but they're atypical. It's just, I'm trying to figure out which ones are the ones that do it, but it was a more recent thing, and it's really frustrating because it's also like sometimes it happens randomly, other times it didn't. I thought it was, for a while I was like, is it the apple juice? Like, is that causing it with my meds? No. I just had coffee. Did I even have a sip of it? No, I don't think I've had anything this morning. It's not even morning. I woke up at like 12 something. No, I'm not like, that's the weird thing. Like, I will have apple juice around, but it's like it just sits there. Or I'll be like, I'll have a sip, and then for an hour I'll forget about it. And then people will be like, oh, you're drinking at like 2 p.m.? I'm like, bitch, is it drinking if you finish like half a can within 2 hours? I don't think that means you have an alcohol problem unless I go out and start driving or do some dumb shit. Oh, not alcohol, sorry, apple juice. You know, that pectin, just too much pectin. I think it's pectin isn't good for you. The dizziness also makes the cognitive functioning a little bit less, which is very frustrating because I like my cognitive functioning, and I'm holding my pill. I need to take it. Apple juice, Lou. Apple juice. Yes. The healthy protein-packed Reese's Pieces. No. Yes, okay. I'm not gonna pretend that part was protein packed, but another part of it was more. It's a protein bar. Like it tastes amazing. I'll show you, and it's so good. And it's gluten free. But then this reminded me why I stopped eating sweets, because I had a sweet tooth for quite a while, and with having that sweet tooth, I got cavities, but I've had teeth problems most of my life, and it runs in the family. I've mentioned that before. So, and I've had cavities for a while, but I brush my teeth and shit, so they're not like getting horribly bad. But I've been not wanting to go to the dentist because I'm not afraid of it. It just takes so much time. Then your mouth is numb, and then it's annoying, and I don't like it. And it reminds me all the time, whenever I eat them, my teeth hurt. And I'm reminded why I stopped eating sweets. Lou, yeah, drinking to me is way more frequent. Like my definition of drinking. Oh, you mean like your definition of what would be bad? Because people are like, oh, it's inappropriate if it's early in the day, yet mimosas are fine. It's like, dude, if I have like a few sips, even if I were driving, say, excluding like for people who don't take my meds and stuff, but I manage it very, very well, and I'm not being careful. Having apple juice or something, and you're careful with it. And if you go out and you have a mimosa, and anytime, and you're like, okay, I've had times where if I did that, like I felt like an idiot. I would be with roommate, and one time I was literally like, I feel so bad, and I sat at the place for like 3 hours or 3 to 4 hours before I drove, because I'm the only one who can drive. She was working on her driver's license, but then COVID happened, and so I waited for like 3 to 4 hours, and I was like, I'm such a dumbass. I hate myself. Because I had one experience with that, which I will tell on a stream that I'm not going to keep up. Not an experience like where I was driving and I was like, I was stupid. I was like, let me do apple juice, then leave. It was years ago. This was something that I'm not going to talk about it, but it's not recent. It hasn't been within the past 3, 4, even 5 years. So, and it's not really apple juice related. I'll explain in a different thing. But in terms of apple juice, even with roommate, I've been known to be the person that's like, I will not drive. This is a stupid way. I will not. I refuse. That's why fiance is the one that usually always drives, because he's 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. So, and he's very, very careful. And I trust him, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna drive. And if he was in a place where he couldn't drive, I'd be like, hand me your keys. We're not going anywhere. And we have an understanding. So there's that. Let me look at the next thing. Even for someone small, the amount of apple juice you drink in videos isn't even enough to be impaired or slur speech. I mean, you do talk slurred sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I talk slurred, but it's just literally me. Because after a while of talking I'll forget to like swallow, or I'll take a sip and it's just the way my mouth ends up happening because it gets more difficult, like right now. And most of the time, it's meds, because also that's why I'm in the makeshift rehab. I'm trying to figure out the proper way to balance my meds. Now, should this go on the backdrop, or should it go somewhere else? Let me give you, like, we have the option of backdrop, but when roommate comes, roommate makes me take all this down. We had a way where we just flip it over because I was like, I don't want to take everything down. And then I would take stuff and just put it on the wall over there. Or this can go, now the bookcase would be lame. I could do over the fireplace, but the fireplace also has red candles and the 2 stockings. And I think the bathroom just seems like a fire has, like, that's just a disaster waiting to happen. Where else? Hanging it. Oh, wrapping it. I could wrap it around. What's it called? Wrap it around. Oh, I know. I'll wrap mine around the lamp in my bedroom, and then hers around the lamp in her bedroom. We use separate bedrooms just because, like, we don't mind spending time with each other. Like, we might, like, sometimes have sleepovers in each other's rooms, but then it'll be like, no, bitch, we need 2 separate rooms. Lou, I feel like it wouldn't work on the board. Yeah, I think so too. Cooper, meme potato. Don't know what that means, but okay. We're going to go wrap this around a lamp because we're decorating and I'm keeping myself on track. I said today's stream was going to be a longer one because I got nothing to do and I haven't been in the holiday spirit, and I made the mistake of watching some news, and I feel like I want to do that. So it'll probably be a longer stream in the beginning and then more later, and I might break it up if I feel like I need to spoon-wise. And Lou, you're usually good at telling me when it's like, you're like, dude, calm down. On or around the lamp. Around. Well, what else would be on? On has to be around. What was I gonna grab? Oh yeah, I was gonna grab this. Yes, I am that bitch. Grab my apple juice. What's your opinion on apple juice, like, early in the day if you're not driving and you're not having a lot, and people think that it makes you an apple juiceaholic? Appleaholic? Juiceaholic. Appleaholic? I think appleaholic sounds better. We got 4 people. Who's the other 2? So this is the lamp. It already has this cute thing, but I think I might hang this around somewhere else because it doesn't show as much. It's the thing. Oh, wait, crap. No. Okay, thank God. Okay. It doesn't show my name clearly. So we have this. Lou, I know a few people who drink apple juice in the morning like it's nothing. Well, yeah, but like as in a way that's dangerous, like they go straight for the really, like, if they're going for apple juice, they add in the really, like, the other extra. If they're going for apple juice, basically they go for the really ones where they add in heavy apple juice, instead of the more organic type. Yeah, I think around the lamp is going to be cool. Because these are also LED lights, so they're more fire resistant. And I'm not going to exactly put it right above the light part. That part can go in the back. This can go around here. Please do not fail. Don't fail me now. It's been a long time. Oh, I used too much wrapping around this. I will check the chat in a second, but hey, give me some good shit to read. I love reading opinions on things. Like, I feel like going straight for like the big apple juice bottles or like the big, like instead of the little what are they called? The like actually what are those the pouches? No, not like Capri Sun pouches. The little juice boxes. Yeah, the little juice boxes, as opposed to the big bottles that you keep in a fridge. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. It really shouldn't be this hard, but I'm probably somehow making this harder for myself. And I'm not sure how, but I know I am. I'm just trying to make... It's just a lamp. Why is this so difficult? I'm not moving that. Why is this so difficult? Okay, this might be a watch me fail stream. I mean, I knew that the decorating wouldn't be good, but I like having you guys around with this. Whoever's here. Okay, this is tangled around here. Lovely. How is this tangled? What's wrong with it? Okay, I think I figured it out. There. And then that was wrapped around there. Okay, so this goes through here. It's just because they get caught on each other so easily. And check the chat before I start this over again, because obviously I have to do this. I always screw myself over somehow from the beginning. And it's not like I find out at the end. I just realize it. Okay, let's see the chat. Snowy, are you here? Suddenly I see Jeffrey Dahmer. Being really an apple juiceaholic, me is more drinking it throughout the day and needing it to function and don't know how to live without it. That's true. Jeffrey Dahmer used to chug a pack of apple juice before school. I remember, I believe that he put it in water bottles. He got the clear kind. Snowy, I'm around just trying to prepare dinner. Hey Snow, hey Lou. Sorry, I didn't realize the stream was going to start so soon today. I was playing games. Oh, it's all right. Oh, lamp looks kind of cute like that. Yeah, it actually does. But I can't do this really well. It's not going to stay unless I wrap it around the top here, and that's too dangerous because that's metal. Well, actually, I might be able to... Yeah. Let's see. I might be able to do this. I noticed throughout my life, my fuck-ups usually end up being my best ideas. And that's why I don't always get nervous when I start to fuck up. People will tell me, how do you not get worried about, say, getting accepted into med school or something? And I'm like, well, you see, you don't know what's going to happen anyways. And I know it's cliche to say don't worry about it, but, if you do, you're just going to feel shitty. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. When I started this channel, I got a little worried about, and I'm still kind of worried, is this going to affect my career in the future? But I realized, LinkedIn is there. People who are on Twitter, that is definitely going to affect people. I'm not on Twitter. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Because then they'll be like, why aren't you on there? What are you hiding? And then if I do this, it'll be like, oh, you're mentally ill. No, you can't do this. And then it's like, well, the ADA, hi, hello, me again. I have a feeling I'll have a personal relationship with them by the time I'm a doctor. Because I don't take shit when it comes to my mental health. And when people, like, I got really, like, I started to lose faith in it, and people in the mental health industry when a biological psychology professor yelled at me in a hallway. And if I were anyone else, that would have been mortifying. And just imagine what that was like. And I looked her in the eyes and I said, she told me, like, I don't want to answer your question because I know what you're going to ask. And I said, no, you don't. And also, I'm not talking about no respect, but respect goes both ways. Everybody was watching me when I said that. And then I tried to go to the chairman. And then the chairman just defended her. And guess what? She was the chairman and my statistics professor. Dropped that class. Statistics for psychological sciences. Like for psychology studies. I forget the exact name. I'm not stuttering. I just forget the exact name. But it was specifically statistics for like when you're a psych major. Does this look good or does this look shitty? Should I just keep wrapping it around? Wait. Huh. That might work. It's heavy though. It worked. How's that? I have to cover my name, but I think I can show you guys. It looks like a cute headboard. Thanks. So this is good? I'm just gonna go this way because, name and all that. Now let's see while it's lit up. Oh, that's adorable. How's that? Thank you. Okay, I'm definitely going to do that with roommate's lights in the guest room, and then I'm going to ask roommate to bring it the next time she comes over. Oh, I just realized. Okay, I'm going to turn this thing around while I do this. But this one's kind of like turned this way. Should I do the same thing? Like this? I think that looks cool. I just realized I'm not showing you guys. Like, because this has to turn this way, so it automatically turns that way. Because that's the way this thing has to be wrapped. I could unwrap it from that way, I guess. But then it's like shorter. What do you think? Connect them? Connect them or no connect? Because then it becomes really obvious with this part and it's gonna like flail. Try to go just once around this. No, even just once. My attempts. Doing horribly at this. I think I need to connect them. Yeah, I'm gonna try connect. I think Connect looks good. I love that. These are LED lights though, so unfortunately they're not as much of a fire hazard. Fortunately though, that's very fortunate though for me, considering this isn't my house. Oh, well, this is one of my paintings. It's not an example of one of my best works, though, just to let you know. It's really a bad representation. The other one isn't mine. Double check. Yes, I took the money meds. Okay, the dizziness is wearing off, thank God. I was about to cover my camera. I was like, oh no, people are going to watch me. And then I was like, you idiots. It's a stream. Should I do it on the other side or just keep it? Oh, how did you know I was going to come in here, May? She just always knows. Or should I do it in the guest room? She spends more time in here. I could just put snowflakes on the other one. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, true that. You guys just really like to just, I don't know, make me just die. You're always like, date night. Yeah, wear the giant dad sweater. Oh, yeah, just put the thing that's going to make you sick. I feel like if I held two pieces of food, one rotten apple and one good apple, you'd be like, eat the rotten one. Tell us how the mold tastes. No, I haven't because I don't. It's the guest room. Oh, did you know why I'm wearing this? It's the upping, because I remember, I believe you were the one who kept saying, Dad, you were the one who started the whole dad jacket for the date night. And so I upped it for you guys. Put on, it's also Dad's shirt, but extra. We're going on 1 hour. More people will come later. Okay, that's one set of lights up. Yeah, that's a Friday office shit. What do you mean? Oh, the way it looked in there? It keeps going from like 4 to 3 in the number. So I'm wondering if it's just like one person is like, wait, let's see if it's better. Oh, no, it's not better. Oh, let's see. No, it got worse. Oh, let's see. Okay, it's a little bit decent. Oh, no. I need to go. That's just what I envision in my head. Also, it came with this, and I don't know if I should keep it or just get. I'm going to throw it away. There's no use to it. Let's put it in a little container here. Perfect. That's exactly what seems like a good idea. It's like a horrible idea, but. Oh, 5. Hello to the peoples. Oh, Gone, hi. Red Troll has entered the chat. Please stop being a troll, dude. I don't like trolls. Like, just stop. No offense. Like, you're welcome. The red person entered the chat is great. But trolls, what have I said? I said I'm an asshole. Lou. They stuck around for the cute lamp and left as soon as you showed your painting. And right as I'm saying I'm the asshole. This is why I love you guys. I mean, I like you guys in the chat. I haven't met you to love you, so. that was nice, but LOL, was I ever a troll to you? Well, you were in the comments. You were telling me, you said I'm just trolling to try to talk to you, and you kept trying to get my attention. And it was like when you tried to ask me the question, and then it was like I waited for the question, then you were upset that I didn't answer because, dude, just ask the question. You wanted to get my attention. I looked for a little bit. I'm not about to stay around. Like, it was like 2 a.m. And also, the last time you were asking me shit, just to let you know, I asked, after you asked me, how would you feel if your fiance was dead? I asked, like, could you give me some positive vibes just because I didn't like putting that out into the universe? And you didn't. Otherwise, I'd be fine. I'm not, like, actually upset about this. I'm just letting you know that was just, like, your first thought about asking sociopath about things is, why are you getting married and what would you do if your future husband died? Like, you gotta, like, you go, like, there are, like, steps you take to get to that point. Gone. I didn't have a question, just wanted to talk. Well, that literally, isn't that trolling? Did I misunderstand what trolling is? Wing. Oh, message retracted. Okay. Does that mean a mod did that or they did that on their own? Yes, I did. I explicitly said, I'm sorry. Hope your fiance has a long, healthy life. Oh, okay. I must have missed that. Thank you for the positive vibes then. My mistake. But why? I don't play games like that, dude. I figured that out. That's why I didn't respond. I'm autistic, but I'm not an idiot. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being honest. Retracted means they deleted it themselves, Snowy said. Thank you. Wing. Let's listen to the song Summertime by Sam Adrian together. We're having a discussion, so I don't think so, but hi. You new here? Or are you just stopping by? I meant, like, are you sub or you just passing through? Cooper. How do I talk, like, flirting to women? I'm not here to discuss that. At Cooper, I think you're the wrong stream for that kind of advice. Thank you, Snowy. No. Cooper, I don't think you're the one to decide that. I'm the one who's streaming, and Snowy's a boss. So please be respectful. My channel is about mental health and autism and mental disorders, and not about flirting with women. Also, wrong person to ask because engaged. So that's not on my mind at all. End of discussion. So, should we put in the, another message retracted. Okay. I think I'll put in the batteries for these next. Gone. I wasn't playing games. I just was being extremely literal, as you seem to want. I wasn't going to ask a dumb question like, just joke around with you. Didn't realize it was such a big deal like that. Well, I said it wasn't a big deal. I'm not trying to be rude. But I didn't mean playing games like that. I mean in the literal sense of, like, cat and mouse like that. And you weren't being literal. Like, you said you had a question, and then I was like, well, what is it? And then you didn't have a question, and you just wanted to talk. Being literal would be like if you just asked to talk. That's a very different story. I am just being brutally honest. I have said this before. I'm being I'm an asshole. So I'm just gonna tell you that. And it seemed like you you said literally that you wanted my attention. I gave it to you for a second, and then it was like, oh, you didn't. So that's a game. And Snowy or Lou, feel free to tell me if I'm wrong, because I might be. I'm not afraid to admit if I'm wrong, and I'm not afraid to apologize if I am. But this is not something I feel that I need to apologize about. It's not a big deal. My feelings aren't hurt. I'm just being honest, which is what you kind of said you liked about me. I was bothering you, just enjoyed the chat, and I wanted to dive deeper into our discuss topics. Well, I do streams to discuss the topics, And if you were bothering me, obviously, why would I entertain that? Again, autistic, not an idiot. So, yeah. Not that I think you were treating me like an idiot, but I feel like, how would you think I wouldn't notice the fact that you had a question, didn't ask a question? It's not a big deal. I'll just leave it alone, honestly. My feelings aren't hurt. I was just telling you what it came off as because I don't understand these things. So I was telling you how it came off as. I can be an ass, probably sound like an ass, but it just, I couldn't understand what you meant other than what it looked like, literally, in the literal sense. Gone. It's like if someone says, "How's it going?" and you refrain from explaining your true emotional state. That's normal, like figure of speech and things like that nature. That's literally what autistic people have problems with. You were saying before that you were being literal. So you're contradicting yourself. It makes no sense. I'm not sure what you want from me. And if you were saying that you were being literal, then you should have said, just how is it going? And I would tell you, I've said to multiple people, literally at the gas station, they ask me, how are you? I'll be like, I'm shit. But won't necessarily elaborate because I don't know them. And in that context, you could have just said to me, how's it going? The stuff of, you're contradicting yourself. You weren't being literal. You said something as a joke. It wasn't clear to me that it was a joke. I don't like the contradictions. I don't like the cat and mouse game. And that is how it seemed to me. I may have misunderstood it, but a part of those usual, like, classic norm things, that's a basis of what I want to explain that people who are autistic often don't understand. That's a general thing. That's just a part of it. And then you were saying that you were trolling. And I have trouble understanding that. So if you say that you're trolling, automatically, how can I know what's going on? Let me see. Wait, it's like, I'm sorry. Thank you for apologizing. But might I ask for which part? Is it an asshole move to say, like, which part you're, I didn't know if you were going to elaborate. My bad. But I'm so tired of being misunderstood by people when I don't have bad intentions. Dude, that's literally why I made this channel. That's what it feels like for me too. Constant, like, this is what I mean. Like, this is why I appreciate these discussions, because I want you to understand that I am not trying to be aggressive right now. It may sound like it. If it does, it might just be my monotone voice. But that's what it often is. People will see me being like this when I'm trying to just have the discussion, and it comes off as if I'm just shitting all over them. When I'm not, I'm just being honest. My last comment was a little angry, and I apologize. You mean the one where you said it's like if someone says, how's it going? That one? Or the comment in in those things? I'm just not sure what you're saying. Also, I see 5 people. Hello to whoever it is. I'll just wait for the reply. And while I am doing so, also, I'm continuing this conversation, Gone, by the way. Just for the other people. Guest room lamp or the other lamp? The other side lamp on the other side of the bed. And by the way, me doing this does not mean that I do not respect the fact that we are having a conversation. It's just the fact that this is a stream, so I can't ignore everybody else. Please put your input for the people who were helping me with the decor. It should be the guest room, where roommate stays, or the other side, or somewhere else. The other side of the lamp on the other side of, okay. What about you, Lou? I want to see, let's see a vote. Let's have a vote with this. Anyone can vote. Gone. I think you're an awesome person, and I'm glad you have a platform to express yourself. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate that you were having this conversation. I discussed this with people the last night when I was doing date night and getting get ready with me date night. I didn't keep it up because it was just mostly rambling, and I told them, like, Snowy and Lou, I told them that, like, anything I said I would say to your face, so I'm saying it because I just have trouble understanding things and comes off as you said, often things can come off as bad intentions. For me, it's because I'm autistic. Maybe for you, it's for a different reason. But don't be surprised if you say you're trolling that people won't believe that you're doing that after. I'm not trying to be an ass with that. I'm just saying, like, that is a literal thing. And it may be, I don't think that's just because I'm autistic. I think it's just like if you say, hey, I'm trolling, and then later you're like, why didn't you think I was being serious? It's hard to, like, believe it. Let's see. I think that'll work. Okay. That's the votes. We're doing the other side. Nope, we're doing guest room. I just wanted to see your responses if you would go with guest room. I'm only doing guest room because roommate left these here, and I wanted to put them in a place where, because they're hers. So, Snowy, I hate my recommendations. My recommended sometimes. Why? Snowy, I'll look at the thing gone. I just want to see it. Like the thumbnails with someone's necrotic fingers, disgusting. I'm not sure what you mean. Do you want me to let my fingers go into let my fingers become in a state of necrosis just for a thumbnail? Gone. I meant it jokingly, and it's my fault for expecting you to know that. Not always, but it's more of you. I learned that the best way to deal with things is to never expect anything. The way that I do it is expect people to never understand you, because that's what happened to me. So I just am very literal with people, and if people find a problem with that, that's their problem, not mine. Because I try to be literal, which is like in the sense of me trying to help them understand. Like I'll be like, what does your face mean? You know, it's like because I'm trying to not be rude to you, but I can't understand what's going on. And it's like, it's easier that way to me, if any of that made sense. Snowy, no, in my recommended feed, there is a thumbnail showing some woman's hand with rotting fingers. What are you watching? I'm just curious, like, how do you get that in your feed? How did you get to that? You were on the wrong side of YouTube at some point, I think, but I guess it's coming back to bite you in the ass. It's not screwed on. Oh, it's not screwed on tight enough. Great. Water all over me right when I need to put batteries. Snowy, I'm watching you, but it was some news story about how COVID made a woman lose her fingers. I love that's the fact that you watch me and then COVID, and then it's like, okay, we have this person with a bunch of mental. Honestly, I'm not surprised, but I'm entertained. Lou, yeah, your recommended is based on the videos you've watched. Yeah, or sometimes it goes back to the stuff that you've done in the past, or like people that you recently subscribed to. So how are you guys enjoying the stream so far? Lou was very nice to me earlier, stroking my ego, telling me that I was good at it, but I'm curious if I just went off on the tangent with Gone, and if that just ruined the whole Christmas spirit thing. Just not in the sense of Gone, I meant my side. I'm not saying like, Gone, you did anything wrong. We were just having that discussion. Let's see. Recommended don't always make sense. Yeah, it doesn't always make sense. I think Gone left. Don't blame him. Yeah, I want my apple juice. Where did I leave my apple juice? This is COVID so far. Really? Which part of it has been your favorite? I'm curious. Like, is it the rant that well, it wasn't a rant. I feel like, do any other YouTubers do that? Because I've never seen any other YouTubers talk to their subscribers like that. And I don't mean to be like, I feel like as a small YouTuber, that being like this type of person probably will screw me over in the sense of trying to get subscribers, but like, I don't want to I might as well buy subscribers like that. I could do that to boost my feed for a bit or something like that, but kind of, and then like get rid of them later, but then people would know about it and it would just end up being shitty. Like, why would I want to do that? And aside from that, Pick keeps coming in and I appreciate it, but damn it, can I shut up? I wonder if Pick keeps coming in to make sure that I'm not an online predator. But also, do I look like one? I feel like I look there. Why is there still... Okay, I don't mean this in an offensive way at all. But the pedo vans, those white vans that are ice cream trucks, I call them that because of like just how it all started. There is a story murder case with that. And I hear like the stupid music and I think it's them. And it's COVID. Why are they still around? Why are they going around? Or am I hearing stuff? Why would I be hearing that? Okay, Lou, I think when we get the result of your decorating, it'll be even cooler. I saw Critical yell at his subs a few times. What did he yell at them about? Critical, I've heard that name. I probably should be aware of them. A lot of these people, it's like I know them, but I don't like the face or like about them, but I don't know everything because I didn't start watching YouTube until I was 17 in high school. Like before that, I watched YouTube for Nancy Drew things and playthroughs, and I didn't know that that was a whole genre. But like, guys, look up Nancy Drew, dude. I love Nancy Drew. It's like a puzzles thing. Why wouldn't I like it? And it doesn't take a bunch of dexterity to play it. Check the chat as soon as I get this to actually stay on. Okay. I was gonna do, I'm kind of like sad that I wanted to do like the Christmas at the apartment, but I just like realized I don't want to push myself. Like before, when I was really happy when I got to spend time with roommate, but it was just a bit too soon. Like after like makeshift rehab was, I'm hearing music. Tell me if you guys hear that. Damn it. It keeps going away. It's like intermittent. Okay. I think it was just saying stupid stuff in the chat during one of his streams. Oh, a game? I knew they were books. Yeah, they have books, but they had Nancy Drew games for girls who aren't afraid of a mouse. I love their thing. No, I couldn't hear anything. Yeah, because it keeps going, like coming and going. Okay. Show the results of this. Oh, this looks so good. Da-da! And then She has one of those like things of her own too, and I can hang it from here, and it'll be, I think, like in between. I think that'll be cute. Oh my god, I almost hit end street. So pretty. Thank you. Lou, ice cream during a mass pandemic in December? Yes, please. I know. I saw some news things where they were saying that Trump was trying to purposefully start the herd immunity by going off in a very stupid way. Like, herd immunity is a thing, but I think they're like conspiracy theory rumors. But also, the reason I ask is because I wouldn't put it past him, which is kind of sad. And why the hell? Like, why is he acting like a 10-year-old child that had like his PS4 taken away? I think that's a very accurate description. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's like literally how he's acting. PS4 taken away from a 10-year-old boy. Looks great. Snowy, wait, is roommate staying with you as well? Lou, looks great. Lou, herd immunity isn't just forced upon. It comes through natural set of circumstances. Well, yes, but if you need to induce it, like, there's a scientific basis throughout it. No, roommate stayed with me for a bit. Like, roommate was, I needed time, like, I got, basically, the house became available for me being alone. That bitch says 16. For, like, this place being available for me being alone. Like, time alone, which I needed during finals. So I came here. After also we had a fight. And I was just like, I planned to come here anyways. And then I was like, I was going to invite her, and I was like, I am just going to go. But we always work through our fights because we've been through so much shit that I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine anything but, like, friendship breaking us apart. And we got through it, like, within a few days. And then I stayed here, and then I had finals, and then I was driven crazy when you remember the finals when I was doing about the forensic science, inducing a manic episode, which I've never done, and then things with my parents, which I can explain later, just because, like, to stay on topic with this. And then it was, like, roommate stuff, and then we talked about it, then roommate came over for a bit, but what happened was, like, I had been alone, and I was doing my makeshift rehab thing because I had, like, a mini breakdown before that, and it wasn't like a psychotic break type of mini breakdown. It was like you remember the videos of the dad jacket one. That's when I was talking about, like, mistakes made and stuff. I was just being real, but I'm not specific because I'm very private about my life, who I am and all that. Like, who I actually am, like, like, identity-wise, like, and identity and the specifics of my life. Lou, those first few streams, yeah, those. That was like post breakdown. Something specific happened, and then I was like, "But good," but I can explain that maybe one day. Something that helped, but then after that, I was like, how am I going to do my finals? And I was getting so much pressure. And I had this other class, and I had to get in. I couldn't do the two classes. And it was just like, I was just like, too much. And then after that, when you started to see me wearing more, like, when you started to see me getting more hyper, I induced a manic episode by basically kind of, 4 people. Hi to whoever it is. Basically, what happened was the induced manic episode, I didn't induce it medically. I just sort of let it happen because of part of another mental issue that I have. And then after that, after that particular part of the finals. That was only a few days. There was a lot of pressure from parents. That, oh my god. And then roommate, after that, we made up. Like, it wasn't a huge deal. Like, it was a big deal with the fight and everything, but I mean, like, it in long term, we made up. Everything was good. But I had, oh, Mike M. Hi. Nice shirt. Thank you. This is my father's shirt. It's a joke of like wearing a dad's shirt. Hey, are you a subscriber or are you new here? Also, how you doing? Meantime, while you answer that, I'll continue the story. And then after that, I had her come over because it was like so happy because she was away from her and I missed her. Like, obviously, I miss her. We're roommates, but being apart for a few days, then we're good, and then coming back. Just surfing. Well, hey, why don't you sub? I have interesting streams. Like, listen, I go crazy all the time. Do you not see this behind here? I was just decorating lamps. And if you saw my thumbnail, like, I sit here juggling, like, just so, thank you. I'm not, like, trying to beg you, but I'm just saying interesting things happen during this. Much appreciated. Also, I like the emoji, but I don't understand why you put the second one. That's the female one. Oh well. Anyways, I'll continue the story, and I'm gonna check the chat just so I don't forget this series of events. After that, she left because I had to finish like more final stuff, and I realized I just pushed myself too fast in terms of spending time with anyone. Because I was so excited to see her, and then after that, she left for a bit, and now it's like getting close to Christmas and her birthday, and I wanted to pick out some stuff for her birthday, and she doesn't watch my channel or my streams, so yeah, and that's where I'm at now. But last night was date night, and it was the first time I went out, and we went to a restaurant, and then I went to a grocery store too. And it was one that I was really familiar with, and I went in, and I did not like panic attack or anything. And then when I got home, I realized I was really stressed, and I relapsed a bit with one of my other disorders. Like, I'm in a makeshift rehab, by the way, for anyone new. It's not for nothing again, like no shame to people who have issues with drugs or anything, but that's not why I'm here. I am autistic. My intro for you, Mike, is hi, hello, me again. I am autistic. I am autistic, repetitive, and an autistic asshole. Because I act like an asshole, I'm autistic, repetitive. And so I was basically rehabbing myself for socialing and being anxiety moods and all that. And so that's why you see some apple juice type of stuff. And I'm going to check the chat in a sec. And so going out yesterday, relapsed a bit with one-eye disorder, but I don't want to be too hard on myself. I didn't do too bad. And I'm good. I haven't done anything today. I've been keeping good. I went on stream because on stream it's like people are there and it's an automatic, like, especially the mods. You guys are so far a great community and I really appreciate it. Oh, okay, Mike, are you asking if I'm okay or are you saying like you're okay? Let me check the chat now. Does it help you? Which thing? Wait, I'm gonna answer all your things. You can put any question. I just need to go up because I missed a bunch of things. But I'm saying you're okay. Oh, that does help. I really appreciate that. Like, to be told that, because I don't get told a lot for people. People don't understand, like, going to a grocery store, stuff like that, when you're autistic and dealing with all the noise and lights because I have sensory overload, how that's a big deal that I did that. So yeah. Snowbee. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna go back up to all the things. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I was. Lou, I think you stream at inconvenient times for his art of the world. Does make sense. Sorry, Lou. Snowy. They were just saying stupid stuff in the chat during one of his streams. Oh, I get it. Oh, a game. I knew there were books. Oh yeah, I answered that. No, I couldn't hear anything. So pretty. Thank you again. Screaming during the wait. Is your roommate there as well? I answered that. Looks great. Thanks, Lou. Heard anything? Those first few streams, yeah. Snowy, you doxed yourself in one of your videos, but you deleted it. What? What? Okay. Lou, why did watching the news affect your makeshift rehab? Well, it didn't affect me much. And also, Snowy, what? When? Don't be specific, but what? Do you remember you uploaded a video of your school, but you deleted it because you didn't want your professor to see your book? Oh. For anyone that saw that, please, I am asking that you do not dox me. I took it down for a reason, and putting out any of that information would be doxing me. And I'm gonna, I had to take it down very quickly. I didn't realize it. I didn't dox myself completely, I didn't put my phone number and address, but dox, it's just thank you, Lou. For anyone that watched that, anyone that sees the stream, I'm gonna ask you guys, do not mention it, do not repeat it. If you do, I will ban you, just because it's very, very personal. Wait, so you two know my name? Eventually you will. When I release my book, that'll be fine. But I was worried about I didn't say my address, right? I feel like it's stupid to ask all this in a stream. But no, because then any other people haven't seen it. I took it down. I've taken down everything. No, you didn't say anything about your address. Okay, thank God. I remember, okay, it was just about union stuff. I just doxed my own name because I've been taking away my name, first name. All right, okay. There's only 5 people on. Yeah, I know, there's 6 now, but still, I have some subscribers. You said it in your, you said your last name. I don't remember it. Thank God. Also, my last name is hard to remember anyways. Again, that'll be fine. I just am very, very private, and I'm going to ask for people to respect that, and eventually you'll know my name when I release my book. But anything about looking otherwise, it is not because of me. It's because I will be on the internet, but people I know don't necessarily want to be. That's why there is roommate and fiance, which will be weird when it becomes husband. You guys are all going to have to switch to that. Or significant other, which one will be easier? Lou, 6 is almost an all-time high. Yeah, but it went down to 5. My name is Mike McGovern. I appreciate that you're trying to make me feel better, Mike. Thank you for subbing. And thank you guys for understanding the respect. That was just a mini freak out because I wasn't sure how much or which video it was, because things online, the internet is forever. And thank God that was when I had less than like 10 subscribers. But either way, I don't mind if my name's out. It's just like, I don't need other people to be out. Oh, who's the sixth person? Hi. Okay, let's go back to the whole makeshift rehab thing. Any questions, comments, etc.? Well, I figure out how to cut out snowflakes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay. So you're just gonna see this part. Let's see, Govan. I need to check on my food. That's fine, Snowy. Lou. Oh no, you fold it in half, and then I think no. It's a rectangle, so it's not gonna go perfectly this way. You need a square thing. I feel like this is going to end up being very small snowflakes from what I'm doing. And very, very much inaccurate snowflakes. Let's see. Like scissors, measure first. Yeah, that would be a better idea. But have you noticed how I have a series on my channel? If you look at playlists called Watch Me Fail, it's for a reason. I like to just see how far I can go first. Okay, and then they oh yeah, and then you like fold it this way. I think you fold it that way. Then you can fold it. It really depends on how you want to fold it. I feel like this isn't gonna turn out well, but we'll see. This is gonna look so bad. I'm just curious to see what happens with me just fucking around trying to make something. I feel like this is gonna end up being like 3 mini snowflakes because I'll cut off like the connecting parts by accident. And I feel like some people in the chat right now are just screaming, no, stop. Also, nobody asked more about the makeshift rehab thing. And the news thing, by the way, it didn't like, I said, oh, it didn't greatly affect me, but it was like, damn, okay, everything's gone to shit. And I forgot about the fact that holiday spirit is something that's nice. And I haven't been doing holiday spirit. I mean, I grew up in a very transient household. Oh, shit. That was way too far. Damn it. Okay, I think this might not end up being too bad. But by that, I mean by my usual standard of I haven't done this since I was like, I don't know, 13 or something. Maybe older. But I definitely probably, like, it's not like my skills were any better then. I'm so interested to see what's in the chat after this. Okay. Damn. Okay. That didn't end up being that bad. That was just me fucking around. Okay, maybe I can make snowflakes. Granted, I'm not sure if this looks like a snowflake, but it definitely doesn't look bad necessarily. Scissors, measure first. Lou, also heads up for your security, type on your phone with the back of your phone facing us. Type on your phone with the back of your phone facing us. Oh, yeah, nothing on my phone actually like shows up my name or anything. I just know people get their info leaked just because of what people see off their phones. But yeah, actually, I will be more careful. Thank you for reminding me. But still, I can show you my background. No, lock. Stop unlocking. Bite my entire ass. That's the game that May's name is based off of. It's a game called Night in the Woods. What? Am I forgetting the name? Night in the Woods. No. What the hell? It's, oh my god, I think it's Night in the Woods. Looks more like a Mexican design. Yeah, I was thinking that, but I think maybe if I cut it like into pieces, like maybe that would work. Yeah, what do you think? Like if I cut it, I could cut it like, I could cut the pieces down here. Well, let's see what happens when I try again. All right. This is going to be very interesting, considering what happened the time before. This is fun, like doing it with you guys. Are you guys having fun? I'm not sure about cutting into the pieces. Yeah, I'm not either. I'm going to leave this one on the side. Like, it's the first attempt, but I think, like, maybe it's muscle memory that's getting me to remember how to do this, but because now I'm kind of remembering the way that I used to do it as a child. I'm going to make this one smaller. Damn it, I just fucked up royally. That was so dumb. Okay, let's try again. Because I cut off the wrong ends. Can you make a spider web like Jack Skellington? What do you mean, like a spider? Doesn't this already look like a spider web? I can just, like, layer ones on this. I have some markers I could paint on them. I feel like the snowflakes I'm making are just too big. The paper, you know, what would be smart is just cutting it smaller, which is what I just did. Let's see what's in the chat. Mike, are you having turkey for Xmas dinner? Lou, this stream is a roller coaster and I'm strapped in. Super fun. Snowbee, can you make oh, I already read that. Snowbee, it's pretty snowflake. It's a pretty snowflake. What you mean? Lou, spider webs are more dainty. You think I can do anything that's dainty or graceful, but also not having a turkey because I'm vegetarian. I'm also gluten sensitive. Basically, I'm as gluten sensitive as possible, probably, before celiac, which I'm thankful for. But so I wrecked my body in multiple ways. But They called it like Lou said it looked more like a Mexican design. I don't know if it looks like a snowflake. But then again, every snowflake is different. There's probably a snowflake that's looked at least somewhat that resembles this because everyone is unique. Like, that's where the saying the special snowflake comes from, because everything is a piece of ice. You can't tell what it's going to end up looking like. Just go away. Time to add more designs to this. Who knows where this will go? Because I certainly don't. I'm glad this stream is fun because I have no idea where it's going, and it's been way more interesting than I thought it would be. I thought this was going to be one boring ass stream and not that Christmassy, but I'm hoping that there's some Christmas spirit in it because this is the best I can do, guys. Like, then I'm probably going to do one of those break times, and then we can like put the, when you take a tree, like when you have those trees and then you take out the branches, can do that, and then I'll decorate it with roommate later. I just need to cut something out of here. Not too far. It's very difficult to be careful with so many layers when you want it to look interesting. Twist it off. There. See what this looks like. What do you guys think? Mar, are you having mushrooms for Christmas dinner? Snowy, she has a major aversion to fungus. Mike, you don't like mushrooms? Amy's, if you look at like Amy's the canned soup, their mushroom bisque is really good. So this is a good one. I think I got a good one. Should the middle have something in it or just leave it be? I think it'll look better when I put I'm going to put like green and red star stuff on it. Lou. I read the first one as Snowy. That was you, Lou. Thank you. Lou, I couldn't find a prettier snowflake in the Arctic tundra. I love the chat that I have. You guys are just as entertaining. Like, my streams are, people forget. I think a lot of YouTubers sometimes forget. I sound so egotistical and arrogant, but I never said that I wasn't. When I say that they forget, like, I love the true crime community because the basis of it is you have to be respectful, which is why I'm going into true crime, and I'm going to once I get out of the makeshift rehab, which should be after Christmas, is that they're based off of respect, and they always remember that the whole thing is from the community. And the other ones, like the beauty community, I feel like their issue is that a lot of it is literally based on money because they make palettes and stuff. And when you go into companies and stuff, that's just, they play dirty. And that's just the reality of it because that's how it works, because greed is a powerful thing. And I feel like with the drama community, it's not that the drama people have a problem, but everybody shits on them because they're basically reporting the news. They're just reporting on interpersonal news of what's going on in social media. And people don't like their secrets being revealed or just being commented on whatsoever. And then what other communities are there? In the gaming community, I feel like part of it is they get distracted and might say certain things while they're gaming. Like that happened PewDiePie, or I don't know. That was a mistake. That was a big no-no. Or they try to branch out, and then people are like, no, go back to do the other things. And they're like, well, we're trying to evolve, and people forget that. And then the just being real, like Jenna Marbles, everything just went to shit after Jenna Marbles left. Like, you cannot convince me otherwise. She was one of the only ones that were real. And I hope I'm at least like even a quarter amount. I don't want to be her. I just like the way that she didn't apologize for who she was, but people at the end made her feel like she had to, and I feel like that's why she left, but I don't know. I haven't met her. And I don't like the fact that people just like made her feel like shit. Like, people make mistakes. And it's like this YouTube channel doing this and talking about all this might affect I'm hoping it doesn't affect my medical career in the future, but I'm documenting what it's like to be autistic, trying to go through the process of becoming a doctor. And it's very difficult. And also, the academic advisor things were all filled up, and I was so pissed because I was trying, I'm going to look at the chat in a sec, I was trying to get a goddamn class in like chemistry or physics or something. Those aren't like necessarily ones where you're a breeze. And I'm trying to get those classes. And then I'm like, all right, okay, this is prerequisites. And I'm like, all right, fine, the prerequisites. There's a prerequisite with prerequisite, or the prerequisite as a co-requisite that has a prerequisite. And I was like, God damn it, I need an academic advisor. And I write this whole thing, and then they're like, oh, it's full. I'm like, why didn't you just tell me that in the beginning? For what I wanted? Like, what else would I want an academic advisor for other than planning? It was, I hate the whole prerequisite things. And I don't like it when people try to tell me how to do and learn the way they want me to learn, because it's like, that doesn't work for me. So I'm considering just being like, how many courses? How much? Because even though I'm doing a psych major, you have to complete a certain amount of courses. But I'm like, I have a mini plan until I have an academic advisor. I might consider like, how many courses can I just work to test out of, and the credit will go towards allowing me to get into med school, because that whole thing is shit. They're like 2 years of chemistry, 1 year of biology. It's like, can I test out? Like, or at least can I test out of the stupid prerequisites that are stopping me from taking the classes that aren't fun to take in the first place? Okay, I'm gonna read the chat now. Snowy, I can see that now you're holding it like that. When you held it on its edge, I thought it was just a holy square. Let's get right into the news. Lou, it also has to do with the size of your channel and how closely you can interact with your viewers. Snowy, she quit over something extremely silly. Snowy, cancel culture is awful. Lou, you're also not doing this solely for fame and climbing up the YouTube ladder. You want to have genuine connection and discussion with people. Yeah, well, the thing is, it's also like, I do want to climb up the ladder, but only because I want, like, you need more of the fame to get a message across. But I never want this to become me depending on the money from YouTube, because, like, go ahead for the people that do. I'm not shitting on them, but it's too unreliable for me. And I don't like the change. I don't like that idea. It's annoying for me. It's not my thing. And here's the latest snowflake. I'm gonna add to the collection. Thinking. This one's very square. Oh, I'm a dumbass. But it looks just a little bit too square, so I'm gonna add in the thing in the middle. I like the middle thing. think I can do 2, but the next one will be a mini one. Also, yeah, she left over something silly, but it wasn't that. What bothered me is that you could see the pain. Like, she didn't leave over that. She left over. She was just like, I am afraid to cause any more pain to people. And it was like, I don't know her, so I cannot interpret the genuineness. But like, if I had to pick an apology video that I thought was genuine, bet money on it that I don't have, I'd bet on her. Lou, that sucks about your academic advisor. Mine has been real cool with me. Well, I don't have one yet. That was the problem. And yeah, I was a dumbass because I should have gotten one earlier, and it's really packed right now. But I also had to work to get my DSC, my disability thing. And before with my academic advising, it was often just like I figured things out on my own. I literally got my degree works list, and I'm just trying to figure it out on my own. And what's stupid is finishing these dumbass GE things. It's like I took all this in high school, but the problem is that I feel like they don't, like, I think Americans didn't, and it pisses me off. It's like, can you look at my transcripts? I know some of them are in Arabic, but it says in English that for 4 years, because high school over there is high school over there is 3 years, and middle school is 3 years, and then 6 years of primary. And middle school and high school, you take biology, chemistry, physics, and math, and the math will vary between geometry, trigonometry, or pre-calculus. That was a little bit towards the end. A lot of trigonometry, a lot of geometry, and basic math was there too. Algebra 1 and 2 was there, and we took all 4 every single semester. We'd have 2 semesters a year. Every single semester we took it, and that was 8 years I did that. And now they want me to redo it, and it's stopping me from doing this. And it's like, I'm trying to take the goddamn courses that I don't like, and I have prerequisites, I have co-requisites, and it's like, if you just taught them in school, or if you just looked at my transcript. So I'm wondering about how many I can test out of, or like, and just tell my parents, be like, look, I want to take what I'm doing now, literally, because they're booked on academic advisors, and it's so hard to get an appointment with like DSC, and I don't blame them, but it's like, I used to do a lot with the disability center when I was at a community college, and theirs was so much more organized. And what I did there was we would figure it out, work together, instead of, they call them advocates where I am now. Why don't I want them there with my academic advisor, because it's hard for me to understand. Going into that is just a whole other subject that I could talk about later, but let's see. That's, and you'd honestly be making a different content if all you cared about were views and sponsorships. That was Lou. Snowy. It's a volatile source of income. That is one of the best ways of describing it that I've seen thus far. Lou, I thought the middle would be a square instead of a triangle. Weird. Snowy. Someone I knew grew up in Puerto Rico. So he's American. Oh yeah, they have the. Oh yeah. And went to college there, and a school in mainland. Oh, I thought that said maintained. In mainland USA, wouldn't accept a math class because it said mathematics instead of mathematics, or mathematics. Oh, you mean mathematicus? I think. Oh, you mean in the language? Yeah. It was so hard for my transcripts to get accepted, but thank God I went to the community college first. But getting them to accept like my transcripts, it's like, and we were like 1 year away from being accredited for the IB or AP system, and I'm just gonna be like, The way that I work well is when I ignore everything in the semester and then just do everything at the end. So you know what sounds like a plan would be what I did now, because I don't have anyone to help me. I'm taking everything in the degree work section that says, that's literally upper division for my major and what's required by the section, you know how universities have school of this, school of this, school of this. Well, the school of this, for some reason, psychological sciences is under social ecology. I don't know, it's stupid. So under that, I'm literally working on my major requirements. And this happened to me before. I do all my major requirements, and the GE sent me back because for some reason, people think that that's important. How the fuck can I do degree works and literally finish everything that's required for my major? But you're telling me that I need the GEs. I'm trying to do pre-med. I took the GEs. I'm sorry that I had test anxiety and couldn't test out of everything. And you know what I did? There was a mathematics thing where when you get accepted into the community college that I went to, where their system was you had to test into something to get your level to be able to get into a certain math class. And I tested and I didn't get where I wanted because I didn't have accommodations yet. And I didn't get the acceptable grade. And so they were literally like, just come back later. I think it was that low or something like that because I just ran out of time. So I picked random things. And then I waited. And I was just like, fine, I'm going to do everything else for like the main things that I needed to get for transferring, because there's main things for transferring. And then they changed it to based on, I think like transcripts or something like that. So I didn't even need it. And then I took the stats class that I needed because I did not want to take the other version of it. I forget which. Oh, I took stats instead of psychological stats because I wanted to just see, like, give me a formula and then I'll work with it and tell me how the formula works and why, and then I'm good. I'm good with puzzles. I'm good with things like that. You saw me the last time when I was trying to ask questions. That's what slowed me down with it. It's because I just need to know if the directions are clear, and sometimes the directions need to be explained a different way to me. That's why I loved it when I would get to have an individual time where I'd get to be tested alone or with the professor, where I can just be like, can you clarify what this question means? And that's what works best for me. But no, that's not okay, because you have to make things equal between all students and between all disabled students. People, do they not understand how idiotic that just sounds? They're disabled individualistic. Not all blind people have the same level of blindness. Not all of them are congenitally blind. Not all of them ended up blind, but weren't born blind. Not every person who's deaf they meet the point of, like, there's the point of legally blind. Like, I'm guessing there's the point of legally deaf. Like, those are fine. But no, you have to be fair to all the students. That's totally right. When I'm sitting there, be having low grades. And by the way, that bio professor that was trying to fail me, I then took it online, and I passed with an A. And then the stats class, after I took the first, like, 2 of them, I got excused W's because it just didn't work, because the way it was working. The first one was with that one that stood up for that stupid professor, gave me a 45-minute lecture of, like, how to deal with my autism. And I'm like, really, you want to tell me this after I've been dealing with it for 20 years? I was 20 at the time. 20 or 19, something like that. I think I was 20. And then after that, the next stats class, that was when we had to switch to online. The guy just didn't know how to do that. It was really bad. And didn't understand that. And then I took a stats class finally with someone that I understand with a different formula. And I ended up with I got a B. I would have gotten higher, but I had to focus on a second class too. And because I went into a depressive episode. But I got a B, while I was working at like half level. What does that say about making it fair and accommodations and stuff? I'm stumped. Thank you guys for listening to me rant. I think I just spent 20 minutes yelling about this. Let's see the comments. Snowy, oh wait. No, nobody, come on, give me some, I've finished ranting. I can talk about other things, but I love the comments, so humor me. Haha, humor me. Humor me, and let's have discussions, not necessarily about this, but about college, but or about the college, or your opinion on what I've said. Or if you want, you can just say it's not. Just tell me. I'm going to cut this one to death if I keep trying to do something new. Okay, we have this one. We have this one. And we have this one. And we have many more to go. Today's going to be a long stream. Are you guys up for this long stream, just sticking with me for so long? Like, you guys don't mind? Am I really that entertaining? Lou, someone disliked this stream. That's lame. Lou, maybe they're showing their disapproval of your snowflakes. Honestly, I find it hilarious when people dislike things. And it's engagement. It doesn't really change things. And also, it may have been gone, or it may have been somebody who heard me ranting about something. I don't know. Maybe it was just my snowflakes. But I thought it was hilarious when I got my first dislike. It was one of my watch me fails, and I was like dyeing my hair, and I was like, what did you dislike? Was it the color? Like, what did I do? I just find them funny. Snowy, I probably won't be able to stick around for the whole time. Snowy, people dislike videos of purpose. Who does that? Lou, dude, there's one video of yours that has more dislikes than likes. I found that funny. Which one is it? Oh, I think it's just one that didn't have any likes, and then it just had one dislike. Oh, you don't have to stay the whole time. I'm going to be taking a break soon because I just talked a lot. I need to recharge spoons. I was wondering if you guys can join later, probably around the 6, 7 p.m. time. That sound cool? Oh, that's fine if you're late because it'll be going on a while. It probably will be going on a while later. What time is usually good for you, Snowy? I'm trying to balance it out between the both of you, since you're mods and just the loyal viewers. The lips are dry. No, that's okay. I understand. I wonder, am I not the type where you put it in the background and it's just like you clean that in the background? You don't always have to participate in the chat. It's just cool if you come back, because it would probably be hilarious if you had it in the background and then you come back and I'm like, so let's talk. Anyway, so the arsenic that I fed to that guy the other day, it didn't work out well. That was a joke, by the way. I haven't fed anyone arsenic. Oh, I do that sometimes. Oh, okay. Maybe your old professor found this in town. Wouldn't put it past. Thought I reported it, but then I realized, oh, that'll just affect my career in the future. It's funny. Me trying to stand up for what I believe in will affect my career. I don't give a shit. What I need, though, I need to get to becoming a doctor. Then, this will be different. But with saying that, I will be a professional. I want to learn as much as possible, and I want to be good at it. Now he's going to make an electrostatic Solstice exposed. That would be very interesting. Lou, yeah, I do like how quickly you jump between topics. My brain works at the same pace. Well, it's sort of ADHD the way it works. I play videos at 1.5 times speed. My problem is it goes fast past it and recognizes it all, but then my autism is like, no, 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 no. You need to see and make sure that you saw it. And then my brain is like, you did. That's exactly what you saw. It's just like a constant back and forth. Okay, we're at like 2 hours. So I think I'll stop it now. And I'll be back at about 6 p.m. Oh, good timing because my computer's dying. 6 p.m. PST. Do you mind, Lou, putting that on my last video, or this video once it gets uploaded, and I'll pin it? Could you put it on my last video, the update? What time is it? 6:30 to 7 p.m. PST live. I like how vigilant you are of your computer. Because it pisses me off how many times it's just died. All right, so do you mind just adding in a pinned update to the last video or the latest video? I'll make sure to pin it, but like if you just write it 6 p.m. to 6:30 to 7 p.m. PST. Thank you. I'm not asking you to like watch and see if this one finally gets processed and uploaded, but if you happen to just come across it, like if it gives you a notification that says, oh, live, updated, just could you copy and paste it there? Is that cool with you? Also, Snowy, I'm doing this because Lou said that she has no breaking point. So I'm checking. Thank you. Although with my internet, we'll see how that goes. If it actually uploads, hopefully I'll get more snowflakes done in between. Because, you know, my mindless tasks are fun. Really appreciate you guys joining me and listening to my rant about how things work. Next one, we shall see what happens. Appreciate the holiday spirit. I'm thinking the next one might have more of the holiday spirit, less of the dad shirts. With a mix. All right, better see a huge pile of snowflakes. Okay, fine, I return. I will. I brought a bunch of paper. I have a lot of paper. I'm not guaranteeing the whole thing. Depends on how many paper cuts I get. I like how it's bigger. Like it's bigger than you, and you have to peer over the pile of snowflakes. Listen, I'm a tiny person, and as you can see by the way things are, like I'm just tiny, like compact. So thank you guys for coming. I very much appreciate it. It's been very fun. I will see you guys later. So, bye. Why is it not letting me end stream? Is this gonna do its thing again?